everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Assassin's Creed Origins. We still have a quest to finish from the previous episode because we need to find out who murdered this poor girl over here. And I'm already getting surrounded by cats. But yeah, we do have like a suspect, which is Eudoros, the Master of Arms. So let's go and talk to him and see what we can find out.
Eudoros, I'm looking for Ruya.
Why would I know where that peasant is?
He seems awfully defensive. Also, apparently, suddenly the area is red and restricted. That doesn't bode well. But sure, let's talk to him.
Perhaps because she has your badge.
Shit. Well, she was just an Egyptian dog. No matter.
He confessed quickly.
Why did you do it?
Truth? I didn't mean to kill her. Only teach her a lesson for her insolence. She refused to read a letter for me.
That's
You
it?
must confess to Pelias.
I suppose you want the same fate as Ruya. You stupid Egyptian.
Oh
I'll
boy.
teach you the same lesson she learned.
Now I gotta fight you, right?
Try!
Alright, let's do it. Don't even have to fight him. I can
The
just
letter you mentioned.
kill him right away if I'm quick enough with my assassination attack. Okay, I got a letter. Eudoros, I cannot believe you have entered the service of Apollodorus. He serves an Egyptian woman in a country where women urinate standing up while the men sit down. That is what you take offense to? It is all backwards. Leave them and come join me in Kyrene. There are many fat merchants to fleece. Alcandros. Well, that's just great. Probably not surprising, given the fact that the status of women in ancient Greece was rather poor. Except, ironically, in Sparta, because while in Athens, for example, women couldn't even own property. As a matter of fact, you might argue that they were property. In Sparta, not only could they own property, they were basically the sole heirs and owners of all the land and property. And they got a decent education, and they weren't married off until they were like 20 or whatever. So it is an interesting footnote of history that in hyper-militaristic Sparta, that treated a large portion of their subjects as quasi-slaves, women had significantly more rights than in democratic Athens. But okay, I guess we found out who our killer is. So let's go back to Pelias and tell him what we found out.
Oh.
Alright, I found the killer.
Was it Eudoros?
Yes. He killed Ruya out of base cruelty. And he died because he thought I was also less than a person.
What a senseless tragedy. She was a smart girl with a good heart.
Okay, there we go. If I had known that the quest was over so quickly, I would have done it at the end of the previous episode. But okay, we finished it now and we leveled up. As a matter of fact, I believe I have 2 ability points open now and I've been saving them for a particular skill that people have been telling me about. This one, Enhanced Predator Bow. Hold a left mouse button to control a predator arrow in the air. I mean, that seems pretty useful. Now, the problem is, I'm going to assume you need a special kind of bow for it, a predator bow, which I don't have at the moment, but I hope I can find one soon enough. So let's take this skill now, and hopefully we can find an appropriate bow for it soon. And speaking of which, I have a lot of useless stuff in my inventory. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a quick break and I will do some inventory management and sell some stuff and dismantle it and maybe upgrade some of my equipment. And since this is not very interesting, I'm going to do it quickly off camera. And then we will return to Alexandria and take care of the snake. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I am back in Alexandria and I'm done with my inventory management. I sold a bunch of stuff and I did upgrade my bow again and my shield. Although, as you can see, I'm actually using a different shield now. This is the one with the snakes, because this one isn't poisoned, so I don't risk any collateral damage if I use this shield around other people, or cats for that matter. But yeah, I guess now we want to deal with a snake. Let's have a look at the quest again. In order to assassinate the snake, Bayek must discover his identity. Once reunited with Aya, Bayek learned from her that the snake is someone on the Royal Council. He must search the palace for the seal with a sign of the snake to discover the identity of his target, and then he must assassinate the target. Okay, so I need to find the Royal Scribe's office, and hopefully I can find out who the snake actually is. So I guess I have to go over here, and apparently this is indeed the Royal Palace, which means I will have to do some infiltrating here. Okay, let's go. I might be able to just climb onto one of these roofs and then see if I can use them to enter the Royal Palace. Let's get up here. Okay, now we're back at Alexander's tomb. And is this over here already the Royal Palace?
It's quiet today.
Did you not know? Eudoros is at the baths.
Of course. The palace is much more quiet without...
That was
This
weird.
place is heavily guarded.
Okay, so this is already part of the Royal Palace. And I have to go to basically the other side of this. But I don't know, it looks like there's enough roofs and high spaces that I can cross all the way over to the other side. I'm going to take some of the soldiers, but ideally they won't notice I'm here at all. But let's make sure there's no soldiers on like roofs or other elevated spots. Yeah, we have some pretty high level soldiers over here. Okay, yeah, most of them seem to be patrolling the courtyard over here. And I'm not seeing any soldiers that could actually notice me on top of this place. Yeah, I'm not sure if this rope is high enough. This guy could actually notice me here. So maybe I'm going to use this rope. Because I kind of have to get to the other side of this, right? Can I just use this wall and then... yeah, there's another rope here. And hopefully I can find a way over to that roof and then I should be good to go. Again, let's make sure we have soldiers tagged. Okay, we have like some battlements over here and soldiers on the battlements, so they could be on my level and could potentially see me, so gotta be careful about that. And I'm not feeling too well on this wall either. It doesn't seem to be all that high, so let's go higher as fast as we can. Yeah, I feel that the soldiers on the battlements could potentially be a problem, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of them. As a matter of fact, it looks like there's only this one soldier. Okay. So, I guess the rope it is. And the question is, can I get over to the other side? Ooh, I might be able to use the tree, huh? That's what I'm supposed to be doing here? And yeah, there's treasures in this place, but I think for the time being I'm going to ignore the treasures and just focus on my quest. Let's see. Alright, yep, this is a tree I can climb.
Reports in from the provinces. Cleopatra seems to have at least some military support.
Do not inform Pothinus. It will make him impossible to deal with.
But if the court is kept ignorant, how can we rectify the situation?
I am not interested in rectifying the situation. I am interested in a contented Pothinus.
Yeah, I think Pothinus is a pretty important person at court. So, now let's see where exactly we have to go. Okay, it's all the way over there. And that's another treasure. Okay. Treasure will have to wait. Okay, it's going pretty well so far. Apparently they don't expect anyone to enter this place via the roofs because that's actually kind of easy. Okay, we have soldier on the battlements, but I'm not seeing any other soldiers that could be a problem. So let's stay far away from the battlements. Oh, there's another one. But I don't think I have to kill him. I can just try to stay high and out of his line of sight. Okay, it looks like I reached my destination. Again, let's make sure we have all the soldiers in the vicinity tagged. And it looks like we have some inside the building as well. Alright. Okay, but that soldier over here is currently not looking my way, so this might be my opportunity to get over to the other side. And I'm going to assume that this window over here is an invitation for me, huh? Right. Let's get inside here. Okay, okay. That worked out well. Not seeing any soldiers in this building, but I'm not sure if I have found all of them. Okay, there's another one. But it looks like they're somewhere downstairs. Although this guy actually might be coming up here. As a matter of fact, I think he's actually... yeah, he's on the outside. Okay, I think I'm safe for the time being. So, let's look around. Entered investigation area. Okay. I can already see some stuff that I can investigate.
These are the rooms of the royal scribe.
The reign of Ptolemy Theos as recorded by the royal scribe. Okay, so now we're looking for like a seal that tells us who the snake is, right?
Looks important. Locked.
Item needed to interact.
Looks important. Locked.
Okay, so I need a key for it. I see. What is this?
A ladder.
Okay. So maybe I should check what's going on up here. Because the ladder was probably used to... oh, there's something on the other side. Alright. Yep, that looks like a key.
Ah, a key.
I'll take it. So now I should be able to open the chest, right? Yes.
Official papers. This chest belongs to the royal scribe himself, Eudoros.
Haven't we just heard about him?
A false bottom.
Also, I like how he talks to himself. Very loudly so.
A letter.
Esteemed Ibis, the Pharaoh remains compliant and is our puppet in all things. Act with caution in Siwa. The murder of the Heron was but the first. 2 from among us here in Alexandria have also been killed. However, the situation is under control. Gennadios is actively questioning the populace.
Well, not
we commend
anymore.
your efforts, Ibis. Long life.
Not anymore.
Stamped to the seal of the snake. The snake is Eudoros,
Okay.
the royal scribe. I have said that the royal scribe is often at the bathhouse. I will kill that naked ear that Eudoros there.
Yeah, they actually mentioned this just like a few minutes ago. So I guess that's where I have to go next. Well, let's see. Okay, it's all the way over here. End of the snake. In order to assassinate the snake, Mike must discover his identity. Okay, so I gotta go here. Oh, the outsider, level 20. Suddenly it's over here. Oh, I think that's one of the Phylakes, right? Who's hunting me. Okay. I guess I should avoid him. He's level 20. That's a little bit out of my league. At least for the time being. But okay, let's get out of this place and let's get to the bathhouse. And I will come back later to the royal palace to get the treasures and so on. I think this is not important at the moment. Of course, I kind of want to have a quick look around and see if we... Yes, we can loot a bit of stuff. I'll take it. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there's some stuff downstairs. Do I want to go downstairs? It seems that's where all the soldiers are, but I guess I'll have a quick look. Yep, that's where the soldiers are. Doesn't even look like there's anything too interesting down here. Okay, okay. I guess we're going to ignore this. Let's go back up again and let's leave the royal palace. Okay, I hope that there's no soldier directly looking at the window. Alright. And up we go. Oh no, can't climb up here. Can you climb up here? Okay, that works. Okay, I mean, the way that I used to get in here worked pretty well, so maybe I'm just going to take the same way back out. I mean, it might be faster to jump over the battlements into the water, but it's also a little bit riskier, because the soldiers might notice. So, let's just go back the same way we came. And yeah, let's stay away from the battlements. As a matter of fact, is this really the way that I came? This might be slightly different, but I think it's going to work. Just up here again, and then I should be almost out of here, I hope. Yeah, this is definitely a different way. This is not exactly where I came in here. maybe I have to jump into the water after all. I'm not sure if I can make this jump though. But I might be able to get onto the tree. Yes, tree works. And now these little poles. Yes. Okay, okay. This works. We're good. So, I should be almost outside of the palace now. Can already see Alexander's tomb. So I think over here the restricted zone should end. Yep, there we go. We made it. We made it. Alright, so, we found out who our target is. Okay, the outsider is moving around Alexandria at the moment, so gotta be careful about that. But I guess I can make it to the bathhouse without running into him, I hope. So, let's head over there. Let's maybe try to climb onto one of these shops or whatever it is. Can I climb up here, for example? Oh, what is this over here? Oh, is this like a place where I can train how to use my bow? Okay, but I don't need any ammo. So I should be good to go. Okay, this must be the bathhouse, huh? Alright, let's do it. Let's go inside. Okay, it's a bathhouse. And apparently Bayek had to leave behind all of his equipment. Although it looks like he still has the hidden blade. Yep, not quite as hidden anymore, but he still has the blade. Okay, I can see my target somewhere over there.
Aristo is taking Eudoros to court for plagiarism. No. I was visiting the docks and heard it from Aristo's wife herself.
His wife? She works herself into histrionics over nothing.
Eudoros stole whole paragraphs from Aristo's book about the Nile.
Right, I remember now. Eudoros was the same person from that Aristo quest. Didn't realize it at first. So apparently we do have some soldiers here, so probably stay away from them.
Have you seen his wife? Look up at that expansive ceiling. Simply divine.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. So, where exactly is my target? Oh, I see. He's in this little room over here, and it's guarded. So I need to find a way to get in there. It looks like there's some kind of opening over there. So this might be a way to get inside.
The priest's sentiments would have only improved had he fathered.
There's some interesting discussions going on in this bathhouse.
Ptolemy is a chinless simpleton.
Simonides, you have consumed too much wine.
I have, and I will again. But had I not, would our pharaoh be any less a goose?
He's probably not wrong. Probably not wrong.
Is everything to your liking, my lord?
Yeah, I might be able to just climb up here.
Such incompetence.
Let's try it. Alright.
They will attack on sight here.
Oh, he's right here. Let's assassinate him quickly, as long as we can. Alright. That was easy enough. Oh, are you going to drown him? Guess this might not be such a bad idea, or maybe it is a bad idea. Come on, Bayek. Don't jinx it now. I guess this guy is stronger than he looks. Ooh. Well, yeah, right. Hidden blade. Oh, he cut off his finger, right. The old blades were kind of dangerous for the fingers before Leonardo changed them.
And be done with it!
May the gods curse you. What cause have you to kill me?
It was you who murdered my son before my eyes!
You are a fool.
At the temple! In Siwa!
That forsaken shithole? I had nothing to do with that disaster.
Are we going to believe that?
It is too late for your lies. Anubis awaits. It is worth the loss to slay the snake at last.
The snake? The snake will never die.
Oh, well. So, did we get the right person here?
Son of Apep. The Lord of the Duat awaits.
I also wonder if that feather is supposed to be like a symbol for Maat. Okay, I kinda have to get out of here now, I suppose. Let's climb up here again.
Eudoros! Killed! Oh, dear gods! He's been murdered!
Uh-oh, they've already found it.
But he was so handsome!
Really?
It's Eudoros, poor soul.
I beg to differ.
What a lovely sight.
Okay, so I have to escape the bathhouse now. Let's do it. I mean, I do remember that they used feathers in other Assassin's Creed games as well, and like a handkerchief in Syndicate. But maybe this is the origin of it, you know? Send them to the underworld, to the judgment of the souls with a feather? That would be neat.
Not so far.
Okay. Are they like looking for me? They might be looking for me. So I gotta be careful here. Not seeing any soldiers in the vicinity. Oh, well, there are some. Let's quickly get out of here. There we go, we made it. And yeah, he lost his finger. All the pre-Ezio assassins had to cut off their finger. Although I would argue that even Leonardo's modified blade would have caused this to happen, because he had clenched his fist when he used the blade. So obviously that would cut off the finger. And I mean, he used it before without problems, so I guess it is possible to use without an accident like that. But maybe to be on the safe side, just get rid of it before so it doesn't happen during an actual assassination, right? Okay, well, apparently the outsider has left again. Okay, that's good. What do I have to do now? Speak to Arya at the Pantheon. Okay, let's do it. Where exactly is it? Okay, it's right over here. Let's go. I guess she was actually able to leave now. Oh, it's this little place. Yes. We've seen that before. Oh, sorry. Now there's even 2 exclamation marks who keep irritating me. It's getting worse. Alright, there she is.
My dearest.
The snake and Gennadios are dead. It was Eudoros. He died flailing in the baths.
I wish I had been there.
Well, you picked a nice spot over here for your reunion.
My wife. My wife.
Well, there goes our quote-unquote last target. But I would be surprised if that... No, this is not the end, because I just got an achievement that said this is just the beginning. So, there's that. Oh, and now we're going back to Lila. Okay.
Hey, I was wondering if I should pull you out. Your adrenaline and BP are elevated, and it's affecting your heart rate and hormonal markings.
I wonder
Serotonin
why.
and oxytocin in particular. What happened in there?
Aya's here.
Who's Aya?
My ex-wife. I could feel her nearby.
You can feel her? Pretty sure that's the bleeding effect. Along with Bayek's memories, you're also experiencing his emotions.
No, you dork. I think she's actually in this cave. Spouses usually share the same tomb.
A second mummy?
That makes sense.
We should really report to Abstergo.
Maybe after I find Aya.
I'm gonna call it in if you don't.
Deanna, no! If you do it there, well, get no credit. They'll cut me out like always.
Okay.
There.
What is it?
The bleeding effect is leading me to Aya.
Okay.
Oh, great. More fuel for your superhero complex.
I guess we will check this out, huh?
She's down there. My turn for a leap of faith.
Oh, are you actually going to...
Leap of what?
Do this?
You're in no condition to do any leaping.
Well, maybe I will. Also, I have already interacted with a coffin, right?
Come forth by day, and I will guide you home.
Who are you talking to?
Bayek's mummy.
Right, I have
Real
already...
chatterbox, that one.
Still haven't found Aya.
Yeah, let's do the leap of faith, I suppose. I guess that's water down there. Let's hope so. All right.
Damn, that's cold.
Good work. And yep, there's another
So,
mummy.
Miss Marvel, did you find what you're looking for yet?
I know Aya's here.
Well, maybe that's her over here.
I was right, she's here.
Oh, there you are, thank God.
I can almost taste the blood.
Okay, you're making less and less sense, Leela. We need to report.
Not yet.
Not yet? So when?
So, she took
I can't chew my way out of here.
a piece of her for DNA to use with the animus, maybe? Okay, I can't interact with Aya's mummy again. But now I have to get back out of here. Well, let's see how well the bleeding effect is working for you,
The
Lila.
story will be told.
What are you doing now?
Climbing. And it's hard, so... Scuti, will you?
Fine. Let me know when you get to the top.
Right, I will let you know once I made my way out of here. I mean, it's basically the same kind of control scheme as with Bayek. Guess I have to go up here. Alright. And is this my exit over here? The little hole in the ceiling where the light is? I don't know, this doesn't even look like a hole. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to climb up here. Alright.
I'm going back in.
Why?
I took a DNA sample from Aya. I want to see her memories.
Look, I get that you're excited, but The more risks we take, the worse things could go for us.
It's my dream on the line here. Let me do this my way.
I agree, you should have a look at Aya's memories too. I mean, if we don't get her as like the main protagonist, the very least we can do is play at least like a few missions as her. I would like that. Best TV show in town. That is an odd thing to find here. I guess she left it here at some point. Alright. Is this back to where we came from? Okay, yeah, this is a cave again. Well, let's see. This is the entrance over here. Yep.
Adding Aya's DNA to the chamber.
It'll take time to sequence. You won't be able to sync with her memories right away.
She doesn't care. She's very excited about this.
Layla, something else you should know. Since you're mixing gene sequences in an uncontrolled manner, the transition between memories will likely be unpredictable.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with unpredictability.
Yeah? Well, I'm worried.
You always are.
So sometimes I may just randomly switch into an Aya memory. Okay, I can work with that. At least we get a little bit of her point of view as well. So this is a little bit of, you know, a comfort maybe. Anyway, we have a little bit of time left in this episode. Maybe not enough time to start another mission or whatever. So I guess I will just jump back into the Animus and see what happens. Yes, let's return. I mean, there might be another cutscene or whatever before we actually get to play again. Yep, there is.
I told you! The Animus hasn't finished interpreting Aya's DNA yet!
Fine. Fine.
So, what's going to happen now? I guess we're going to continue to play as Bayek for the time being.
What is it?
The snake. What if he was not the last?
Of course he was the last. They are all dead.
I don't know.
Justice is
I
done.
don't know.
If there's any question, Apollodorus will know. He knows all.
And where will I find this man who knows so much?
I think we already
He
met
is with
him.
Cleopatra. But find his man first near the Hippodrome.
At least we have seen his estate, right?
Hey!
I'll tell Phanos that Gennadios is dead and meet you later.
Alright, so...
Enjoy the Hippodrome. Don't lose all your money at the races.
I mean, I have already tried the Hippodrome, but I guess sooner or later I have to do it for one of my quests anyway. So you're just going to sit here now. I guess it's a nicer place than the den. And I can't currently talk to her again. Okay, so let's have a look at our new quest. Egypt's Magi. Bayek seeks Apollodorus in order to meet the exiled Queen of the Nile. Okay, so we're going to seek out Cleopatra now. And yeah, it's near the stadium. And one of these... Yeah, this over here is Apollodorus' estate. So I guess he lives here. But the guy we talked to earlier may not have been Apollodorus, but just like some guy working for him. I don't actually remember what his name was, so I guess we're going back to the Hippodrome and properly check it out. and do some stuff. And yeah, I guess sooner or later we will meet Cleopatra, so I guess the historical conflict is going to play more of a role in the next few episodes. I mean, I kind of know how the historical conflict went. Basically, Ptolemy and Cleopatra were supposed to rule Egypt together as husband and wife. They were also siblings because the Ptolemies kind of did that, marrying of siblings, which is one of the weird traditions that they actually adopted from the pharaohs, who also did it at some point. I may talk a little bit about this at another time. And it was not uncommon that the Ptolemean rulers appointed like 2 of their children as rulers. I'm not sure why they did that, because it never worked out. They would always end up fighting each other over the throne. And the same happened here. So Ptolemy and Cleopatra were trying to gain power. And they both had some sort of support on their side. So it was essentially a civil war. And at the same time, there was another civil war going on in Rome, where Caesar had just crossed the literal Rubicon, and thus made it a metaphor, I guess, and was in a civil war against Pompey. And Caesar was gaining the upper hand, and Pompey had just lost some battles. So Pompey came to Egypt and was trying to ask Ptolemy for help, because at that point Ptolemy was kind of the one in power. And Ptolemy was apparently smart enough to realize that Caesar was the man of the future and not Pompey. So when Pompey came to Egypt, he basically had him killed. And apparently the one who was behind that idea was the guy who was mentioned a while ago, Pothinus, one of like his advisors or whatever. So he had Pompey killed when he came to Egypt. And a little bit later, Caesar came to Egypt. And Ptolemy basically presented Caesar with a severed head of Pompey as a gift, hoping to win his support. But apparently he wasn't able to read Caesar all that well, because Caesar reportedly was appalled by that, and he didn't appreciate that at all, and he demanded to, receive the head and the rest of the body so that he could be brought back to Rome for a proper burial. So in his attempt to win Caesar's favor, he basically fell out with him. And at the same time, Cleopatra was also trying to win Caesar's favor, because she also realized that, he's the important and powerful man of the future, and if I want to win this war, I need his support. And so she, went to meet him, and the rest is basically history, right? We know what happens then. And I guess Cleopatra may have very specifically planned to use her female charms with Caesar, because Caesar did have the reputation of being a bit of a womanizer, especially with royal and noble women. So I guess she realized that she would have a chance here to influence him in her favor. And that's basically what happened. Although it's also interesting to note that while Cleopatra is always, presented as this amazing beauty, the contemporary sources were a little bit mixed on that subject. Most of them said, yes, she was beautiful, but there are some that are like, well, she was okay, but she wasn't really that amazingly beautiful. I mean, most of these sources are Roman, and the Romans never really liked Cleopatra to begin with. But they all pretty much said one thing, that it wasn't so much her looks with which she convinced Caesar, but she was also very charming and witty and smart and quite brilliant, actually. And it wasn't just her good looks that made her seduce Caesar, because, like I said, some sources are like, well, she wasn't really that great. And I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so that may just be a matter of taste. But yeah, that's basically the history that's going to happen in the next few months from here on, I suppose. So I'm pretty sure that Cleopatra will appear, Caesar will probably appear, which is interesting because if I remember Brotherhood, it was heavily implied that Caesar was assassinated by an assassin as well. I mean, he was obviously killed and assassinated. And we were looking for like Brutus's armor in Brotherhood. I'm not sure if it was ever stated specifically that Brutus was an assassin or if they just implied it. But I guess he might have been an assassin as well. Maybe we will find out more about this later. But yeah, I guess I will end the episode at this point. And before I head out to my next main mission, I will probably start to actually do a little bit of off-camera work, specifically picking up treasures. I mean, this seems to be pretty standard grindy work that doesn't need to be done on camera. So I will maybe walk around Alexandria and pick up all the treasures. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up the ones inside the palace because that's going to be a little bit more difficult. But at least those that are, you know, just in random places and only guarded by a few soldiers. I will try to stay away from the outsider because I don't want to really handle this now, and I'm not really well equipped for this at this point, I guess. And yeah, I guess in the next episode we will then just continue with our mission here and check out the Hippodrome again. And yeah, there is another side quest over here, but I'm sure this can wait for later. So yeah, let's end the episode here as usual. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.